believe how scary it is to witness a noise like this. It's very weird. These tourists were out for a late-night adventure in the North Georgia woods, enjoying the dark serenity and setting off fireworks to light up the sky.
Dude.
Yeah, let's send them off.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th indeed.
Lighter go.
Are you an idiot? Watch out. That's pretty cool, man.
I wanted it to go up in the air, man.
It was still cool. Yeah. But did you hear that?
Everything seemed normal until strange noises began echoing through the trees. At first, they thought it might be an animal, but the sound grew louder and more unsettling, like something unnatural was nearby. Curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to investigate.
what is that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What is that? Dude, what is that? We should get the hell out of here. I'm not getting near that. I'm not getting near that. Dude, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Throw a firework at it?
No. Run. We get the hell out of here. Oh yeah, get it. We need to get the car.
Go get it.
We need to get the car.
No, go see if it's injured.
We need to get the car.
Dude, this is snap gold. Go get it.
As they moved closer, the noises intensified, becoming almost guttural and primal. That's when panic set in. They quickly turned back, dropping their fireworks and running as fast as they could. Whatever they heard seemed to follow them, the sound reverberating in the darkness, leaving them with an experience they'll never forget. In the depths of a cave, a group of explorers stumbled upon something they could not explain. It looked like a lifeless figure at first, lying in the shadows. But as their flashlights illuminated the form, it stirred. The eyes began to glow, piercing through the darkness, and the skull was unlike anything they'd ever seen. It wasn't human. Its shape and texture were all wrong, as though it belonged to a different species entirely. The explorers froze in terror, their breaths caught in their throats. Then it moved, slowly at first, and the sound of its shifting body echoed off the cave walls. They didn't stick around to see what would happen next. They scrambled back to the surface, each of them haunted by the glowing eyes and the strange skull-like figure they left behind. Mount Aso in Japan has always been a sight of wonder, but on this day, it turned into a scene of chaos and fear. Without warning, this mountain erupted, sending massive plumes of smoke and ash into the air. It looked like something straight out of a disaster movie, but this was very real. People nearby captured footage of the eruption as they scrambled to escape. You can clearly see when people began to enter their cars and fled down the mountain roads, their occupants shouting warnings to others. The scale of this explosion was overwhelming, with smoke billowing high into the sky, darkening the area like a storm had descended. Some speculated about the possibility of lava hiding beneath the mountain, waiting to break free. You might think mysteries like this only happen in the movies, but here's the deal. The ocean has always been a place of mystery, and this footage adds to its legend. Deep in the waters off the coast of Greenland, explorers captured something extraordinary, something that looked like a mermaid. At 3,000 feet below the surface, a figure with a humanoid shape appeared in their camera feed. Its movements were smooth, almost graceful, as it swam past the explorer's submersible. Panic spread among the crew as they realized what they were seeing. The creature's body seemed to shimmer in the light, and its long, flowing form was both mesmerizing and terrifying.
Well, lead geologist on a submarine crew that recorded on March 6th of this year the astonishing...
This sighting has sparked endless debate, with some dismissing it as a hoax, while others believe it's proof that the ocean still holds secrets we can't comprehend. The Saibo River in the Siang Belt became the focus of attention when strange creatures were spotted swimming in its waters. Multiple people reported seeing what looked like tiny, dragon-like beings swimming through the river. Video footage showed their bodies slicing through the water, their shapes casting eerie shadows under the surface.
अंधेरा है ना इसलिए कापा मांग हाँ इनको आते क्या ये दे
The creatures seemed to move in a coordinated fashion, almost as if they were aware of being watched. Witnesses described them as unlike anything they'd ever seen, with sleek forms that resembled mythical beasts from ancient stories. The sighting left the region buzzing with curiosity and fear, as people speculated about what these creatures might be and where they came from. In Bristol Harbor, something glowing caught the attention of these people. At first, they thought it might be some sort of light reflection, but as they looked closer, it became clear that this was no ordinary object. A strange, alien-like creature was floating in the water. Its body was glowing.
That video. Oh my goodness.
What?
Pretty eerie.
George, you got a video?
Yeah, I'm getting video.
What the hell? Back.
The light pulsated softly, almost like it was alive, drawing people closer despite their unease. The creature's form was unlike anything anyone had seen before. Very odd. It stayed visible for only a short time before sinking back into the dark water, leaving onlookers stunned. Speculation ran wild, with some suggesting it was a deep-sea creature brought to the surface, while others leaned toward extraterrestrial origins. These people were on a forest excursion, but they had an encounter that turned their fun trip into a nightmare. As they explored the area, a bear suddenly appeared, charging at their vehicle. The footage shows the size and strength of the animal as it reached the van.
The bear is right next to us. Oh my goodness! Oh my! Stop screaming! Why are you opening?
But what happened next left everyone inside screaming. The bear managed to open the car door, its massive claws pulling it wide. Chaos erupted as the passengers and children inside cried out in fear. The quick-thinking driver managed to close the door just in time, but the tension in the air was palpable. The bear lingered for a moment before retreating, leaving the group shaken and grateful to have escaped with their lives. This happened after a devastating tsunami struck the coast of Japan. A mysterious creature was washed ashore. Its massive, slimy body lay motionless on the wet sand, its form unlike anything anyone had ever seen before.
fuck? I don't know, but it's stinking.
The locals were in awe and terror as they circled around it, their voices hushed with fear and curiosity. It appeared to be in some kind of hibernation, its body showing no signs of movement despite the chaos of the storm that brought it there. Its skin looked alien, almost translucent in some areas, with textures that reflected the pale light of the overcast sky. Many speculated about what it could be. Some suggested a deep-sea creature brought up by the violent waters, while others whispered about connections to old legends. Whatever it was, this lifeless form left everyone with an unshakable sense of unease. If you witnessed this event, you might think the world is about to end. In Zhoushan, China, the sky turned an intense crimson red, casting the entire city in an eerie apocalyptic glow. Videos of the phenomenon quickly spread, capturing the overwhelming sense of dread that gripped the people as they looked up.
咋回事？咋叫他的？他叫什么？
这是什么天气呀？哇靠，这个天怎么了？
The strange light seemed weird, almost as if it was signaling the arrival of something ominous. While the local meteorological bureau tried to calm fears by explaining it as light refracting through the atmosphere, the sight was too unsettling for most to accept such a simple explanation. Residents described the feeling of standing under the blood-red sky as frightening, with some comparing it to the end-of-the-world scenes from movies. The surreal event left people questioning what natural forces could create such a chilling spectacle, and if there was more to it than science could explain. A family driving through Bashkortostan in Russia had a horrifying encounter with what they believe was a Yeti. The creature, massive and covered in thick, dark fur, emerged from the tall grass and began chasing their vehicle.
Да, снимаю. Где он? Вон он стоит. Сейчас стой вот так отсюда. Он скрылся! Его не видно! Его не видно! Он стоит, он знает, что мы снимаем. Он идет туда, нет! Не подходи!
The family's screams filled the car as the beast ran at a speed that seemed impossible for its size, easily keeping up with their vehicle as it sputtered and stalled.
Где он? Погоди, стой. Снимай.
Снимай.
У тебя зум, есть зум? Прибавь изображение побольше, можешь?
Могу.
Двумя пальцами.
Прибавила.
Я поближе подойду.
Смотри.
The video footage, shaky and frantic, captured the terror of the moment, showing glimpses of the gigantic ape-like figure before it disappeared into the wilderness. Some linked the sighting to the Gigantopithecus blacki, an ancient primate believed to have gone extinct thousands of years ago. The idea that such a creature could still roam the forests sent chills down the spines of viewers, reigniting debates about the existence of cryptids like Bigfoot. On the shores of the Paraná River in Paraguay, firefighters stumbled upon a decomposing body that left them speechless. The creature was unrecognizable, its features neither fully human nor entirely animal, and its skin had an alien-like quality to it. The body, partially bloated and distorted, sparked wild theories among locals and online viewers alike. Some believed it was a chupacabra, the mythical predator of livestock, while others speculated it might be an extraterrestrial life form. The medical examiner who analyzed photos of the creature couldn't confirm its origin, leaving the mystery wide open. Eyewitnesses claimed the creature's appearance was unlike anything seen before in the region. As the body awaited further examination, questions about its true identity remained unanswered, fueling speculation about what might truly be lurking in the wilderness. This will defy all logic you'll come up with. This dashcam footage from Singapore captured a car crash that left people baffled. In the clip, a white car is seen turning at an intersection with no visible traffic in sight, but out of nowhere, a silver car suddenly appears, slamming into the white vehicle. Replay after replay showed no sign of the silver car approaching before the impact, leading to endless speculation. Some believed it was a ghost car, while others suggested that the camera's angle or the position of the white car might have hidden the silver car from view. The incident felt almost supernatural, with viewers pointing out how unnaturally the second car seemed to materialize at the very last moment. The strange collision left an air of mystery surrounding what really happened on that fateful day. A group of bikers in Thailand stumbled upon something they could hardly believe. As they navigated a dense forest trail, they spotted movement in the bush, a shadowy figure darting between the trees. Intrigued, they stopped and began filming, capturing the briefest glimpses of what appeared to be a strange creature. Its form was humanoid but distorted, with long limbs and a hunched posture that made it difficult to identify. The bikers, half curious and half terrified, followed the creature deeper into the forest, their camera shaky as they ran. Toward the end of the video, the figure seemed to realize it was being followed and disappeared into the dense foliage. The bikers were left with nothing but the footage they had captured and the uneasy feeling that they had just encountered something beyond human comprehension. On a sunny day along the coast of Mombasa, Kenya, locals stumbled upon something they had only ever heard about in tales. Lying on the shore was what appeared to be a mermaid. Its upper half bore a shocking resemblance to a human, with two delicate hands and a head covered with long, flowing hair. The face looked eerily lifelike, with features that seemed almost too real for comfort. But the surprising thing is how it was still moving as you glanced further down its body. It has a long, scaly tail with fins stretched out where legs should have been. The transition from human-like skin to silvery, fish-like scales was seamless, yet unsettling. The tide gently lapped at the creature's lower half as onlookers whispered nervously, some calling it a divine sign, others unsure of whether to feel fear or awe. Whatever it was, this being brought an otherworldly presence that sent chills down the spines of everyone who saw it. But the strangeness doesn't stop there. You will be shocked to see this next clip. In a remote village, farmers woke up to a commotion near their grazing fields, where a strange creature had been spotted. At first glance, it seemed like an ordinary sheep grazing with the herd, but on closer inspection, its face was anything but normal. The creature had a goblin-like appearance with bulging eyes, sharp features, and disproportionately large ears that twitched erratically. Its body, however, resembled that of a sheep, complete with 4 sturdy legs and coarse wool. The sounds it made were unlike anything the villagers had ever heard, harsh, guttural noises that sent the livestock scattering in fear. People gathered, trying to get a better look, wondering what they had just witnessed. Now here's the deal. Could this be a mutation or something more sinister? Have you seen something like this before? This bizarre insect moved in ways that defied explanation. At first it seemed like a beetle, but upon closer inspection, its body was entirely uniform. There were no visible distinctions between a head, thorax, or abdomen. The creature moves erratically, flipping itself over as though struggling against an invisible force. Each twitch and turn seemed unnatural, almost mechanical, as if the insect was being controlled by something unseen. The way it twisted and contorted left onlookers feeling as though they were witnessing something from another realm, a creature trapped between life and something far stranger. Speaking of chilling encounters, this man's experience in the snowy woods of Romania is one he'll never forget. Deep in the snowy woods of Lepsa, Romania, a quiet trip turned into a moment of pure terror for these guys. Their car was stuck in the snow, and one of them was teasing the driver about his driving skills. Then all of a sudden they both froze at the sound of heavy footsteps crunching through the frost.
I'm a demon. Да. Че? Чувак. Ce a fost aia?
In the shadowy distance, they saw a huge figure, half hidden behind the trees. It was covered in thick, dark fur, with massive shoulders and arms that seemed too long for its body. It didn't move at first, just stood there, watching them. Then, as the driver tried to get the car unstuck, it began to advance, its movements slow and deliberate. Stories of Bigfoot sightings in Romania's vast forests are emerging, and this creature seemed to match every chilling description. Well, they managed to free the car just in time, speeding away as the figure disappeared back into the woods.